CBS 8 working for you here to help keep you and your New Year's resolutions on track here. This year, many people are focusing on their financial health. That's why we have Scott Ashline, a private wealth advisor from Northwestern Mutual, in studio here to talk with us this morning and to share some financial advice to help you start off the new year strong. So lots talked about the physical well-being, right, and the diet and taking care of that. But you got to take care of the finances too, Scott, right? Yeah, talk about that, absolutely. A little bit about the folks that want to get things in order here in 2023. Yeah,
you're right, Eric. And this is like that perfect time of the year where it's a good time to reflect back on 2022 and what worked, what didn't work, and especially we look at you know, a few tips. First of all, we start with the budget. You know, where are there areas of quote-unquote leakage? Do you have you know, looking back at maybe a couple statements of credit cards, bank accounts, are there areas, are there things like you probably have, especially if you have kids, maybe there's a streaming service or a gym or something that's you're not using anymore. I was driving here this morning, I realized I have a car that I switched and I have an old satellite service subscription that I haven't myself.
Gotta get rid of those, right? Yeah.
I'm guilty too. Number two is looking at that emergency fund. You know, in a perfect world, one should have 6 months. And I know that's tough, you know, but you know, maybe even if you have 1 month, but for those people that are successful in accomplishing that, now with interest rates starting, you know, that have gone up this past year, bank accounts no longer, you know, they used to give just less than half a point of interest. Now we can find money market accounts that are getting 3 or 4% interest. So if you do have an emergency fund, look at what is your interest rate that you're getting. Number three, I would say automate your savings. You know, Eric,
just have it automatically come out, so you just don't even have to worry about it.
Right, right. We found that no one is really hardwired to save money. I mean, at any level, no one's hardwired.
It's a lot more fun to spend it, right? Let's be honest.
Absolutely.
Right?
So the people that have it just unemotional, automatically coming out of their account every, you know, whether it's to a savings account, to an investment, it's super helpful. And especially if you are in a position where occasionally you get bonuses, we find a lot of times people want to quickly find, you know, what do they want to buy, you know, and can we always try to automatically save you know, 20% or so of that.
Okay, only about a minute left here, Scott, but I did want to get your thoughts on paying down debt. If you're getting that credit card bill or you may be a little bit behind, how can we do that?
Yeah. Well, Eric, we always say it's more of a spending problem than a debt problem. And so really looking at what's the root of the problem. You know, we find sometimes people are overly generous with family members, et cetera. But taking all those debts and listing them, you know, first of all, and figuring out, okay, how much do I owe on this card or that card, and what's the percentage, you know, rates, and
see it all, kind of map out a blueprint.
Map out a blueprint. There's an avalanche strategy where you go after the highest interest rates first, and then, or there's a lot of opportunities to consolidate debt where we see people don't take advantage of that.
We got to get running here, but I wanted to make sure people can get in touch with you if you have more advice and tips for them for the new year here.
Yeah, I mean, I think more importantly, just take advantage of an advisor, whether it's us or someone, you know, who there's a lot of changes in the tax law, and now is a perfect
time. Might need to hire a professional.
Exactly.
Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. Happy 2023 to you.
Thank you.
Stay with us. We'll be right back after a quick break with a news and weather update. It's coming up.